Get ready for a lineup that motivates, elevates, and entertains. Dr. Willie Jolley shares the keys to winning at wealth, one must-watch moment of wisdom. Dr. Willie Jolley knows success. As a motivational speaker and author, he helps people navigate their circumstances and maximize their potential. The host of the #1 self-help wealth building show in the country talks about his new book and breaks down the difference between being rich and being wealthy. Dr. Jolley, your latest book. We're always talking about money.
Yes.
And how not to waste your money.
Yes.
So tell me about the latest book, Rich is Good, Wealthy is Better.
Well, first, I want to thank you for having me,
Absolutely.
Wisdom. Second, I want to tell people what I have learned. See, for 20 years, I've been hosting the Willie Jolley Wealthy Way show on Sirius XM. Right. It's now the #1 self-help wealth building show in the country. And I thought I knew what wealth was. I know what wealth is, sure I do. Until a few years ago, when that proverbial light bulb went above my head, we all see in cartoons and say, oh, I finally get it. I finally see the difference between being rich and being wealthy. And I thought, Wisdom, that maybe I was the only one who didn't know. Oh. Everybody else got the memo, I didn't. So I started going around the country when I'm speaking to corporations and so forth and saying to people, hey, let me ask you, what's rich to you? #1 answer was always $1 million. You got $1 million, you're rich. Okay, good. So rich is $1 million, what's wealthy? And they stop. And they think, and they ponder, and they say, oh, I guess it's 5 million, 10 million, $1 billion. Is that all that separates it? Yeah. That's when I realized most people don't know the difference between being rich and wealthy.
So what is the difference?
Well, the difference is profound because the difference is not the amount of money. It's how the money is generated. I'm in Cleveland a couple weeks ago, and I'm speaking for a number of events. My client takes me to a fancy restaurant, and while we're there, one of the star players from the Cleveland Browns football team walks by with his entourage. And my client knew him and said, come over, I want you to meet Dr. Willie Jolley. And he says, this is Dr. Willie Jolley. He teaches people how to be wealthy. The young man says, I'm already wealthy. He said, but give me your card. I guess I could use some more wealth. And then he left. And when he left, I said to my client, I don't know that young man's finances, but I can bet you dimes to dollars that he thinks he's wealthy. He's rich. And rich is good. The owner is wealthy. The difference is rich is money you generate from what you do. Whatever you do. You could be an athlete, an architect, an entertainer. You do something and people pay you for it, and you can get rich. But it's typically during the day. Wealthy is money you generate by what you own while you sleep. Now, that seems so simple, but that's the difference. And until you know the impact of ownership of something. Now, in the book, there are 8 categories that I have learned that you can generate money while you sleep. Okay. There are 8 categories. Everybody should have at least 2 of them.
Okay.
All right. And so in the book, this is a profound book. I've learned so much in this book. The people I've interviewed, the people I've learned from. There are 5 money mindsets.
Okay.
Everybody fits in one of these mindsets.
Now, I want to get back to the 8. You don't have to give me all 8 because we want people to read the book.
Yeah.
Give me 2 simple ones.
Okay.
2
easy ones are stocks and bonds. Okay, that's one.
That's one.
And another one is, one that I've been blessed with is using my intellectual capital. I own my books. But I'll give you one more.
Okay.
Real estate. Okay, real estate's another way to make money. There are 8 of them. There's fine art, wine collection, ways to generate revenues from something you own while you sleep. But everybody should have at least 2.
At least 2.
Everybody should have.
So the
and here's the thing, one more thing. This is critical. Many people say, well, I can't own anything because I don't make enough money. Wrong. It's a mindset. Wealth starts in your mind. Anybody can become wealthy. Anybody, as long as you got a job or making some money. I write about people in the book who didn't make a lot of money, like Mary Ellen Pleasant, who was in the early 1900s, was a domestic worker. She cleaned people's homes. She cooked their food. She never made more than $6,000 a year. But she lived below her means, and she invested the difference in real estate, rooming houses, and stocks. When she died, she had a net worth of $2.7 million. Anybody, if you know how, it starts in your mind. So here are the 5 mindsets.
5 mindsets,
All right.
okay.
Number 1 is the lowest mindset, the one-day mindset. Person you see, I see, everybody sees at the corner every day with a cardboard box saying, give me enough money for today. And every day they repeat the process. Then there's the 30-day mindset. People who live on fixed income, whether they're on welfare, retirement, Social Security, but they're living month to month. Then there's the 1-year mindset. People who say, did I make more money this year than last year? Did I get a cost of living raise this year? Then there's the 10-year mindset. Typically, we see this with entertainers and athletes. A baseball player will get a 10-year contract to play baseball, $100 million. And for 10 years, he's living the big life. He's got 5 Mercedes, 4 Rolls Royces, 3 Bentleys. He can only drive one car at a time anyway. But anyway, and he's living the big life. But if 10 years go by and he don't get that contract renewed, or he gets hurt, and he does not modify his lifestyle, he's going to be broke. And then there's the wealth mindset. That's the generation to generation to generation mindset. The Bible says that a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's great-grandchildren. And so the people who are thinking about their children, they're buying assets, they're buying properties, they've got stocks and bonds. They've got a trust. They put their money in a trust. They have prepared for future generation. That's a wealth mindset.
Now, Dr. Jolley, where does all of that sounds great?
Yeah.
To somebody like you,
or
to somebody like me.
Anybody can do this.
But
yeah.
If you are on, like you said, you making ends meet day to day, month to month, week to week, where do you start?
You start by, 1, changing your thinking. That's the first thing. Wealth starts in the mind. You got to read the book. In fact, everybody go to richisgood.wealthyisbetter.com. Get the free stuff we put there. We got chapter after chapter after chapter free, because I want people to grow their wealth. I want people to change their thinking. So it starts with your thinking. Then get the book. Now, this book is for 2 people, 2 groups. The first group of people this book is for is people who want to be wealthy and don't know how to get there.
Right.
Okay? That's great. But the second group, all the people who've worked hard all their lives, scrimped, saved, sacrificed to create a nest egg, but their children are their concern. They're afraid that their children will squander it. Or as one man said to me, after he read the book, he said, I'm buying 10 copies of this because I want all my children to read it and my grandchildren, because my greatest fear is my children will not treat my money like I treated it and will squander my hard-earned money. Folks, I want you to, where's the wisdom's question? What if you're struggling month to month? You got to start making some tough decisions. You got limited income, okay? 1, you can increase your income, okay? Maybe get a second job. Maybe drive Uber, do DoorDash or walk Walmart.
Find another way to make some more money.
Make a few more dollars. But even if you can't do that, let's say I only got this much money, then how can I reduce my output? How can I reduce it? Maybe I need to cut off some of those cable channels on. Okay.
Streaming, get rid of some of the streaming.
Get rid of some of that streaming stuff. That's right. Maybe you need to get the basic, or maybe you need to not buy expensive coffee. Now, if you want to do that, your choice. You got to find some way to cut that down. That money, that's the difference. You've got to take that money and invest it. And anybody can start with a small stock. Now we got fractional stock. I'm not trying to promote any particular company. I'm saying you got to start somewhere. If you drive a certain type of car, you should own some of that stock. If you buy a certain kind of gas, you should own some of that stock. If you shop at a certain place, you should own some of that stock. You're going to become an owner.